Welcome back everybody. So this is gonna be a quick update video for you guys on stock market, and before we get started, please smash that like button, and 100 plus likes on this video would be greatly appreciated guys. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. Now if you want to get my daily trade ideas, swing trade ideas, live trading, and you want to support the channel, definitely check out their link down below in the description for Patreon. So what's happening in the market? We got Dow Jones going down 1.5%. We got Nasdaq going down almost 2.5%. S&P going down close to 2%. And look at this mess right here. Russell going down the most, 3.5%. Here's 11 sectors that makes up S&P 500. Let's talk about for the day. What do we got here on top? Consumer defensive, utilities, real estate, and healthcare. So pretty much a risk-off move here in the market. But look at this down here. Consumer cyclical down almost 4%. Financial also down almost 3%. Technology going down over 2.5%. So massive dump off right here. Week to date performance right here for the market, and you can see utilities leading the way on top. Risk off move, you got real estate going up, consumer defensive going up, communication services going up, and then look at technology down here guys, down almost 5%, consumer cyclical down over 4%, even financial and energy both are down, including industrials and basic materials. So this is definitely not looking good going into next week. So what we got here on stock market map? Well, it looks like healthcare doing okay right here with UNH, MRK, and J&J. But look at Amazon here with earnings down almost 9%. Tesla, GM, Ford, Tesla going down over 4%. Even Walmart today going down almost 2%. And that is a rare thing in this market. Walmart going down 2% in just one day. Now, Meta, this thing completely reversed. From that $50 gains yesterday with earnings, this thing gave away all the gains, and now, it's down almost 2%. Google going down over 2%. Apple is the only stock that is alive and still green today with earnings. They got a beat on that, and it's up 0.69%. But look at right here, software names, CRM, getting absolutely destroyed. Intel got decimated today right here, down 26%. If you're looking for long-term investment, I think you need to look into Intel right here guys. It's actually really good dip. I know it's not looking good, but I'm not talking about a short-term flip on Intel, but definitely we could see a $10 move in the short term, maybe 5 to 6 months, back up to 30 bucks again, or maybe even before that, who knows. Microsoft also going down 2%. Nvidia getting destroyed, down 1.78%. And look at the mess right here. I actually had puts on JPM, which I actually sold yesterday, and this thing is down today another 4%. Bank of America, big bank, down almost 5%. Look at Wells Fargo, and these regional banks getting absolutely decimated. And looks like only thing holding up is utilities right here, and some of these healthcare names like UNH, MRK, and J&J. So what's happening here in the market? And a lot of you guys are probably scratching your head and thinking like, why the market not going up? Why we just keep going down? Why dip buyers are not coming in just like it did before? And why things are not pushing higher? Is the market actually crashing? And you can see it right here. And I'm just reading this headline right here. $2.9 trillion wiped out from stock market due to fear of global recession. The worst day since 2020 COVID crash. Now, if you ask me, is it actually the worst day since COVID crash? I don't think so. I didn't hear circuit breaker going on today. I don't know if you guys heard it. Let me know in the comment section. Now, this video is gonna be a bit longer. Usually, I don't like to make 40-50 minutes long videos. Some people do that for money, but I just want to get my message out to you guys that I don't see a big threat here in the market yet. And we'll look into SPY ETF and Qs and see how much we're actually down from the top. And if you look at it, we're just gonna look at it here in a minute. It's just peanuts, nothing. We gave up nothing. These stocks are up still massive amount. So did we actually go up too quick, too fast, to all-time highs without a pullback? We absolutely did, right? And I said it before in my video that there will be a time where market will pull back And a lot of these dip buyers, they will think that, oh, this is the dip, just like the last time, I'm going to buy it. And market makers and all the big money, smart money, will come in and they'll push the market to a brand new all-time high. This is how they trap retail traders, investors. Now, what's happening recently, last 2-3 days, people that are buying these dips, they keep just going down, right? So you're not making money. And that is why I see a lot of frustration out there, especially retail traders, investors not making enough money, or sometime on the wrong side of the trade, and or maybe just jumping in anywhere and losing money. Now, there are some really good traders out there also. They're making millions and millions of dollars because they know, they have the experience, and they know exactly what they're doing in the market. So this is just one way to show you guys why the market is going down. And especially when ECB actually did a rate cut, that is actually telling us that Jay Powell is next and he's going to do some rate cuts. And if that happens, well, there is some stretch within the economy, and we just don't see that completely yet. So they know what exactly happening inside. Something is broken, something could be happening soon, where people actually start losing jobs. It can happen, but I don't see anything where we should be like talking about a COVID crash. That's not what's happening here in this market. And I'll give you guys good examples. Let's just pull up chart here on triple Qs. So here on this daily time frame, how much is SPY ETF actually down in last few days? And this is where things actually get really tricky for people that are saying crash is here, COVID crash, and wiped out. You're going to get wiped out. I'm not saying that I'm bullish. Yes, that trend is down. We're on a downtrend. But look at this, guys. 6.5% down from top. Is that actually crash? You guys tell me in the comment section if this is actually a crash. Now, let's have a look at triple Q. So here on triple Q, and I'm just going to give you guys a glimpse. We're only down about 12%, and people are talking about COVID crash. Did we hear circuit breaker going on today? Nope. Did we see Apple going down like $30? No. We saw Microsoft going down just a few days ago, and it came back up immediately, and now it's pulling back. Now, some of these names like Nvidia, they're already up a ton. Nvidia goes down to 100 still. I mean, that thing is near 1,000 pre-split, right? So Nvidia, I mean, yes, the correction is needed, but is it actually down that much? I don't think so. So people that are calling this a crash and, recession fear and all that, just do the math. Why would somebody tell you something like that? Because if you do the math, it's totally in line with a nice correction and totally healthy. Nothing wrong with that, guys. On triple Q, it's down 2.37%. Now, let me remind you guys, and especially people that are watching my videos on daily basis, my own subscribers, people that are subscribed to my channel, and especially my Patreon members. You guys know exactly what I'm going to say right here. That I did mention this before many times in my video, that I'm not going to be the biggest bull going along here on top. I said it in my video so many times. I don't think there's any opportunity to go long here in this market. As a matter of fact, I don't like to show people's name from my comment section. So there was a comment about 2 weeks ago, pretty much at all-time highs, where I said, this is actually not normal for this market to go up like this. And someone goes like this, I feel so sad for bears. I think market will continue another 10-20% from here up, and then maybe you guys will get a pullback for 5%. Well, I hope you did not actually go long here, and this video was helping you. And why? Many times I did show you guys in my video, and I don't like to go back and waste your time playing that same video, so I'm just gonna go over it. That RSI is sitting over 81 on daily time frame. RSI overextended on a weekly time frame at 75 almost. Monthly also overextended, and from these overextended condition on the RSI, what happens? Significant selling, and now what's happening? Selling, right? Now, just because I put out a video tonight does not mean that that rally will likely to come tomorrow morning. or as a matter of fact, Monday morning, tomorrow is Saturday, right? That is not what it actually means. It means that this is not where we short, just like this is not where we go long. So you can see technicals, they never lie. When I called it right here, this was the top, basically, or at least a topping pattern, and now from overbought to almost oversold. And that's how the market moves. And now you see all these people coming out on X, everywhere, CNBC, oh, there is a crash, global recession. When the market goes down in a significant way, you will know. 10-12% correction is totally healthy. Even I would say 15-20%. The way this market went up, it's totally healthy. Now, let me show you guys another thing. So if you look at my screen, what happened today? This was previous all-time high around 448, 449, and so far it's holding right there. We definitely got really high volume selling today, so no big bounces. We actually played some calls this morning at 448, and I got out at 451 with 100%, and did not even play this after that. When the market is pulling back and you see it's hitting lower Bollinger Band multiple times and it's getting oversold, now there is a lot of fear out there. And guess what? Smart people, they buy the fear. Retail traders, investors, we actually get out of our position. We sell everything and we run for the door like, oh, this is it, it's crashing, and then the next thing you know, just like a couple days ago, we saw a $14 face ripper to the upside. Completely missed out on that big rally because a lot of people, they were busy shorting the market, and the market just kept going higher that day. They shorted that day also, but because how market going up and down, they were able to possibly recover that money. But we actually played this big move to the downside. Also, we played those calls to the upside, and now pretty much just building smaller positions here in this market, not going big at any cost until we see some sort of a breakout to the upside from this downtrend. So that is why, guys, technicals, they do not lie to you. Kramer can lie to you. He would say, AMD earnings are good, and the next thing you know, AMD dumping even with good earnings, right? Technicals, they're not going to lie. Now, what's next here in the market next week? You can see, it's at a critical level right here, guys. And we did not actually finish over 450. I would like to see finish over 450, but it just hanging on right here. Now, if that gives up, well, there might be more selling, right? We might be coming down, possibly down to this gap, 436.48. So watch out, Q's right here. Underneath 449, 448, we could be flushing down to 440, and then this gap, 436.48 for next week. Over this level right here, 448 to 449, definitely there is a huge chance we might be going back up. And we actually tried today, got up to 453. If this thing can break and hold 449 to 448, we're going to see a quick trip, possibly another lower high, and that might be this gap close to 456, maybe even 460. Also, I said that in my video before that just because we're going up, we're not out of the woods yet until this thing breaks and holds, especially 50 SMA on this daily time frame. And you can see we definitely did not hold, and we actually got a lower high here and now a new low. So until the downtrend breaks out to the upside, well, the trend is down. And yes, you can short, but not here. If you're shorting here, only thing I can say, good luck with that. And here's my X account, and if you guys are on there, definitely give me a follow. And there is no subscription, nothing here on X, so it's totally free, guys. Now, we just don't make money on my Patreon. We crush it. Look at these plays, and these were swing trades. First one, KRE. What happened today? Massive dump off. This thing also paid. Another one, we actually took this position right here on PayPal, pretty much at the top, $65 puts. And what happened today on that one? I think we saw 61, right? So you can see pre-market I was saying that I'll be selling these right at opening. Massive profit on this one. Also on PayPal right here. So all these plays, and especially people that are actually serious about trading and don't know what they're doing in the market and they want some guidance, this is it, guys. You can also support the channel by joining Patreon. So that link will be down below in the description. On SPY ETF, it's down 1.86%. So again, you guys saw that it's not down a significant amount. Now also, it's getting a bit oversold, trading right here and holding lower Bollinger Band as a support 533. That's going to be your line in the sand. Underneath that level, the next support will be down here, 524.78 and then 520 on SPY ETF. And then this gap comes into play, 513. Now, one more thing I want to show you guys. And you'll be like, this is it. We might go down even more. So what was that previous all-time high in the breakout? It was right here, right? Look at this. 482. We even have a gap right here at 482. So let's say, I'm not saying it's going to come down here straight. But if this is actually going to take place and we see more selling, and let's say we come down here, 482 at some point, not talking about next week or the week after, at some point, maybe in 2 months, if this downtrend actually continues, what's happening, right? Well, nothing but a retest on a weekly time frame of this previous breakout from all-time highs. It's totally healthy, nothing wrong with that. And that would be somewhat of a correction, a strong correction here in this market. And even if the market comes down here, if you ask me, in my view, it's still up a ton. Nothing wrong with that. Yes, these gains will be wiped off. New money long, people who got in maybe here, or maybe right here on top, they're going to lose money. And that is why that's going to be a lesson, because you never go on a market that is already hitting all-time highs and you're buying and going long. This is going to be a lesson that you need to buy low and sell high, not buy high and sell even higher. So SPY ETF, next few days, guys, it's going to be critical. Only down not even 7%. So things can pull back even more. But considering, it's hitting lower Bollinger Band, SPY, and also Qs, and we might see some sort of a relief bounce back up to the upside. And if that happens next week, SPY can hold right here, Monday morning, 533. Watch out for a move up to this gap, just under 540. We also have strong resistance at 543, and over that level, you're going to see a move up to right here, 13 SMA, 546.51 up to even 550. Now, underneath that level, 533, you're going to see more selling down to this critical support, previous all-time high, 524.78, and if that gives up 520, and then these two gaps comes into play right here, 512.55 and this gap right here at 505.89 on SPY ETF. On IWM, it's down 3.54%. So this was the last attempt with Jay Powell. This thing broke out, and then the breakout did not hold over 225. And now, we talked about it in my video many times that I think under 225, we might see this breakout retesting here on IWM, and there is still more downside. You can see there is a gap at 203. We actually gapped down today to close this gap at 211, and now there is a gap at 215, and pretty much barely holding, guys. 208, 50 SMA on this daily time frame. We did not even hold this previous rejection high right here as a support, which is near 210 to 211. So that is definitely not looking bullish on IWM. Now next week, underneath 208, you're going to see more selling down to this gap, 203.59, and then flat 200 down to even 198. And at that point, it's going to be extremely oversold. You can see lower Bollinger Band sitting at 201.54. Now, if things can hold right here on IWM, and we get that breakout over 210 to 211, and that can hold, then possibly IWM going back up to close this gap, 215, and that could be a shorting opportunity on IWM as long as this thing stays under 216.45 20-day moving average. Over that level, you're going to see IWM going back up to 220 and then 225. So the dollar also breaking down today, down over 1%. Now we talked about it in my last video that I mean, this can help. Looks like, I mean, this is actually on a recession fear, so it does not matter where the dollar is going, market will sell off anyway. So you can see, I mean, this is a massive bearish engulfing candle and came exactly down to 103, like I said in my video, and now it's holding 103, getting extremely oversold. So if this thing rises back up a little bit from here, guys, that's going to put pressure on S&P 500, even though that thing is down already. So watch out. 103 can hold. We might see a move here on dollar back up to 103.58 and possibly even 104. Underneath 103, this thing can come down even more, down to 102.61, and then maybe even flat 100. On VIX, is up over 25% and got up to almost $30 today. So the volatility definitely, I mean, this thing took off. Second thing, guys, people that are subscribed to my channel, you will know exactly about 2 weeks ago when VIX was trading right here. I said that a lot of $45 calls coming in for VIX. So that is something really suspicious. Why they're buying $45 calls? Well, there is your answer right here. Got up to almost 30. Second thing, my own technicals, that these two Bollinger Bands, upper, this green line, and the lower one, purple line, these two Bollinger Bands are squeezing VIX right here. And whenever, not only on VIX, on anything, you see a pattern like this, what happens? Massive explosion. And you can see technicals, they never lie. This thing exploded. I was expecting maybe 18, 20, maybe even 23 bucks, but this thing went above and beyond. Absolutely ballistic. I mean, 30 bucks today. Then look at this now. Bollinger Band here on top, sitting at 21, and VIX trading at 23.39. So that is why we saw some pullback at the end, but this thing definitely not done until this thing gets under 18 bucks, and it's nowhere near 20. So you gotta be really careful. If this thing can hold 20 or maybe even 18 on a pullback next week, maybe even Monday, and from here, as long as support can hold, we might see this thing, going back up to 26 to 30 bucks again. And over that, guys, those $45 calls can actually go in the money if they did not lock in profit today here at almost near 30 bucks. So be careful. There will be strong support right here around 23 bucks. Underneath that level, 20, 18, and under 18, definitely you're going to see a big rally here in this market. But if this thing can actually hold over 20 to 18 bucks, not even talking about 23, then watch out for continuation back up to 26, and over that level, VIX can spike all the way back up to 30. And from there, guys, we can talk about even more upside. Like I said, those $45 calls they might be going in the money on VIX. So let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section, and definitely 100 plus likes on this video would be greatly appreciated, guys. And I'll definitely keep you guys updated Monday night.